up, everybody? With the news that Simone Biles was going to participate in her next event after withdrawing herself from several events at the Olympics, this whole situation has struck a nerve with me because one, and I can't speak for anybody else. This is solely from my experiences. Sorry if I offend anybody. I apologize if you feel some kind of way, but it's time that the truth be put out there. Black women, and we've heard this before, black women are the most unprotected group of people I'm gonna say in America. I haven't lived anywhere else. I don't know how it works, but here in America, we're the most unprotected group of people. And what I mean by that, this young lady is clearly dealing with some things that's affecting her mentally. And if you've ever been an athlete, you ever played a sport, and if your head isn't, if you've heard this before, if your head isn't in the game, it can affect your team. It can affect your performance. It can affect you with a possibility of getting hurt. So I 100% understand why she did what she did, because you think about the Olympics come every 4 years, which ours was supposed to be last year, but because of the pandemic, they pushed it back to this year. So you got to understand, these athletes train their whole life for. If you do, let's say you do track and field, you run 100. You train your whole life to get on that stage, and that race is over that fast. And the same thing with gymnastics. Their events at most 2 minutes. I don't know how much time they get. Gymnastics wasn't my area of expertise, but they train their whole lives to get on that stage, and it's over just that fast. So for her to have to pull out like that, it had to be serious. And I'm reading all these comments and people, she let her country down, she did this, she did that. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's the most asinine thing I've ever heard. So again, I'm gonna repeat, black women are the most unprotected group of people in the United States of America. And just pulling, and like I said, that struck a nerve with me, because I sit back and think, I'm 37 years old. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. Now me, I've been around, I've done some time teaching, coaching. I've been in the security field before, in the military. So I don't take your traditional female type jobs if you think like that. I don't usually take those type jobs. It just doesn't appeal to me. That's just not something I wanted to do. But I've been in meetings and at tables and in group discussions where what I say didn't mean shit. And I say that because I've been in male-dominated areas of with jobs and stuff. I've been in male-dominated fields, and yeah, you can come to the table, but you better sit over there and be quiet, because what you say doesn't mean a damn thing. And this is why I say this struck a nerve with me, because it's like we don't have an opinion. And I'm gonna just be 100% real with you. I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown, but I've been in places where you're not noticed unless you're willing to have sex with those people. They ain't worried about nothing you have to say. If you're not fulfilling a sexual need for them, they could care less. And that's the God honest truth. And that's why I say this stuff right here really ticks me off, because when do we have a voice? When do we have an opinion? We just supposed to sit pretty and get ready to do what you need us to do sexually, or anything, or the things that you don't want to do, or you feel it compromises your manhood. I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm a man. Okay, cool. But I've always been that type of female. I don't care about none of that. I defy the odds. You tell me what I can't do, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. That's always been my mentality. So I've never been one of those shut up, sit pretty, be quiet type females. And that's why this stuff like this burns me. It gets to me, because we deserve so much more than that. We are smart, we're intelligent, we actually have a thought that doesn't include you. We can run the country too. Hello, somebody. We can run the country too. and I am the last person to get political with you. But guess what? A lot of people weren't upset about Joe Biden becoming president. They were upset about who his vice president was. A woman of color. A woman, period. But let alone a woman of color. Oh my goodness. That is just ridiculous. And that's the issue that I have. I sit back, I be quiet about a lot of things, but this right here really bothered me. It really bothered me, because one thing about it, the generations of women of color that are coming up, these young ladies, these young girls coming up, I applaud them because they question things. They're gonna say what they have to say. Us as adults, a lot of times we that child's disrespectful, this, that, the third. No, you're upset because you were raised to shut up, look pretty, always be ladylike, stay in the kitchen, have the children, be quiet. You ain't got nothing to say. But this generation of young women of color coming up, they're questioning things. They're going against the grain. Whatever they feel like doing and saying, they do it. And I am so proud of them. I am beyond proud of them, because that's what needs to happen. We have to be the change. We have to start the change. Stop accepting the breadcrumbs that we're given from our male counterparts, and those women who fall into that and they want to keep that going. Oh no, baby, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't. This is what I heard coming up. No joke, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm being 100% transparent right now. This is what I heard coming up. Oh, you just a tomboy. You want to sit out there and play ball all day. You damn right I do. I don't want to learn how to cook and clean. Not that I don't know how, but that didn't appeal to me, and no knock against anybody who wanted to do those things. Good for you. But for me, that wasn't for me. I'd rather be outside, skinning up my knees, scraping on my shoes, getting dirty, playing. That's what I love to do. So to hear, oh, you just a little tomboy, you just want to be like the little boys. You're right, it wasn't an inaccurate statement, because to me, they had the most fun. So doggone it, I want to do it too. And look where that mentality hit. Look where it's gotten me. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I don't regret having the opportunity to do what I love to do. That was play sports. In particular, basketball. I don't regret that at all. I don't regret getting my school, my college, my undergrad paid for. I don't regret traveling the country, getting to experience different things, interact with different people. I don't regret that. I don't regret going into the military and meeting new people. I don't regret that. I don't regret any of that. So I'm glad I was how I was. And I'm glad I am who I am. But to tell a female to tell any child Oh, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do that. Who says? I'm supposed to do what makes me happy as long as it's not hurting or harming another person. That's what I'm supposed to do. So that bothers me. And getting passed on for positions because I am a female, I have been passed on, and no employer in their right mind would ever admit to passing on qualified candidates because of their gender. But I've been passed on for positions because I'm a female. Qualified? I don't apply for nothing I'm not qualified to do. That's one thing about it. I'm not gonna set myself up for failure. That's one thing, but I've lived that life, you know. I've lived that life, and I'm unapologetic for it. I'm not the type that's gonna sit there and deal with stuff because, oh well, this is the only option I have. That's not me. That's not me. Anybody who knows me tell you real quick, oh, if Nicole ain't happy, she gone. She's leaving. So to all these young women of any race, it's not just black. I'm just speaking from my experiences. I am an African American female, so I'm just speaking from my experiences. But to all of these young ladies and young girls coming up, I applaud you. Continue to question people. Continue to do your own research. Continue to do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, you have to lay down at night and be happy with what you accomplished that day. Those same people that's telling you, oh, you need to push through, you need to shut up and play ball, or shut up and do your job, or whatever the case may be, guess what? They're gonna go home and sleep like a baby, because what you do does not affect them, but they always have an opinion on how you should live your life. Young ladies, live your life. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy. Because when it's all said and done, you don't want to look back on your life and say, well, dang, I wish I had did this, but I listened to so-and-so. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't just be an object for these people out here. Like I said earlier, I've been in places where ain't nobody paying you no attention unless you willing to have sex with them, or willing to do something sexual with them. You can't even have a simple conversation. I kid you not, y'all. I've been talking to people, and when I was in the military, I've been talking to people. You know, you talk about, you getting to know people, whatever. And next thing you know, boom, they done hit you with some. So when you gonna let me come over? Come over and do what? What? Are you kidding me? If you want to help me, help me study for this promotion board. Tell me some good places to PCS to. Like, you're not gonna do that with me. My daddy, he hit me to the game a long time ago, so that's not gonna get over on me. But there are some people out here who they'll fall for that. But you're not gonna get over on me like that, y'all. When I tell you, I just had to sit there and laugh, because it's like, really, you ain't got no shame in your game, do you? And once you let it be known that's not what you're here for, they stop talking to you. And you know what? That's A-okay. Move on. That ain't who you need in your circle. Move on. Let it go. So y'all listen, y'all young ladies, continue to be strong, continue to stand up for yourself, continue to question things that people say, well, this is how you should do. Question it, research it for yourself, be who you are. You were not put here just to be quiet and look pretty. And for those who are okay with that, no judgment from me, your sister. No judgment from me, sis. Do what you do. But for those who feel like me, or felt like I felt growing up, keep doing what you do. We need people like you out here. We need more like you. So I'm gonna do my part. You know, I've been working with the youth for a long time, and I don't push my agenda on anybody. But if a young lady comes to me and say, well, I feel this way about it, I'm gonna sit there and listen to them, because that's what we need to start doing. Listening to these kids, listening to these young women. Listen to them instead of telling them to shut up and go away. No, give them a voice. That's what we need to do. We need to do better. So I just want to share that, y'all, because when I tell you all this stuff has really struck a nerve with me, it has, because that's not cool. Expecting these athletes, because they're on this stage or a certain stage, to sit there, something's bothering them. Nah, don't say nothing. Just go out there and do what you do. How can I focus on flying over this beam and doing floor exercises and turning back flips and running full speed and all these things when my mental health is not okay? My mind isn't clear. You need a clear mind to do that, because if you're taking things, you're carrying baggage onto that field of competition, it can end badly for you, your team, your coaches, your family. Is more than just about that. So with that being said, keep doing what you do. I support, I salute.